and today I'll be filming my Perfect Imperfection tag. And I believe this was created by Jen in here on YouTube. When she first uploaded this video in 2017, it left such a big impact on my self-esteem. And this video isn't meant to, tear apart and talk negatively about each other. It's meant to showcase that everybody has insecurities or things that they have thought about changing. And so that's why I'll be talking about 2 imperfections or flaws that I see in myself, and then I'll be talking about 3 things I like about myself. And I guess I'll start off with the negative first, so that way I can end it with positive notes. So let's get started. So the first flaw I want to talk about is definitely my skin. If I want to get real specific, it is my oily, acne prone skin. It is probably my biggest insecurity. Growing up, I hated my skin so much. Like, I never have that normal skin where it has a velvety, soft, smooth texture or a healthy, radiant skin. I always have this oily skin, which means that you can always see enlarged and clearly visible pores, a glossy, dry and acne on my skin. And of course, I have searched for information and tried everything to improve it. I have a thorough skincare routine. I cleanse my face twice a day using products that have been specially formulated to suit this oily skin. I put sun protection when going out. I look after myself. I exercise. I always make sure that I have good night's sleeps and have a healthy, balanced diet, which help with my natural skin resilience. But still, the ugly, oily skin. I have seen improvements on it, but it cannot be normal. And I guess it is what it is. I cannot change it. I cannot change the fact that I have this oily skin. I cannot escape from it because genetics could play a big factor. So the next imperfection I want to talk about is my height. I am 5'1", so I'm pretty short. Like, I'm not the shortest, but still pretty petite. And I think this insecurity started to form when I got rejected to a fashion performance in the 7th grade. There was a fashion competition where all classes could have a fashion performance. And at the time, I was so obsessed with those sparkly, shiny, and beautiful dresses and being on stage. I loved performing and standing out there on stage. So I was so stoked to sign for the fashion performance. But unfortunately, after several rehearsals, I got rejected because I was not the right fit. And I thought that if I was taller, then people would take me more seriously. But now I realize that it's completely BS. No one treats you different because you are taller or shorter. It's just about who you are inside. And now I'm really starting to embrace my shortness, and I really love the fact that I look younger than my age because of my shortness. I am 28 years old now, and many people don't believe in my age. They just think that I am 22 something. That is bright side of being short. It's nice. Now let's move on over to things I like about myself. The first thing is definitely my nose. I will never forget the first time I got a compliment on this. It was by one of my friends in my English club. He looked at my nose and he told me that I had a really nice nose. And in my early 20s, I was so painfully insecure, and that compliment just stuck with me, and my nose became my redeeming quality for everything, because everything else had not developed. So I just really love how symmetrical, long, thin it is. Whenever I put makeup on, I just tend to go overboard with my nose because it just highlights this face. My nose is such a beautiful part of my face, and I feel like it deserves some recognition, so I thought that I would shed some light on it. Next up, I want to say my smile. There's been some people in my life talking with me and being like, wow, the teeth are pretty white. And again, that's compliment has just stuck with me since then. I brush my teeth 2 or 3 times a day for 2 minutes, and I floss obviously. I think oral hygiene is really important, and I just really love smiling and have good positive energy out there, and I think it's something that everybody can do. It has such a huge impact. So I wanted to have a little bonus around and talk about some internal traits, because I didn't want everything to be just about physical appearance. The first personality I am so proud of myself is the fact that I never have rushed anything. I like to put everything into whatever I'm doing, whether I'm doing the dishes or studying or doing my teaching job. I'm such an all or nothing type gal. Like, I either do it perfectly or I don't do it at all. And I feel like this is something that everybody can apply. And I know if sometimes I mess up or I don't do something perfectly, as long as I am trying my best, I am improving it a little bit by bit every day. It shows something is at the end of the road. Lastly, for personality trait, I would say that I'm a pretty good listener. I just genuinely love listening to people's stories, people's days. I just like feeling connected that way. I always like to hear everybody out, even though it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, because I feel like by understanding them, we can get to the bottom of why we are the way we are. I feel like we always pressure to be a good speaker and be a bold personality, but it's actually more beneficial to be a good listener, because you learn so much about yourself, about other people, about the world. It just gives you so much more perspective. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. I have been wanting to film this for such a long time. I just wanted to remind you that everybody has insecurities and everybody has things that they don't like about themselves. But it's just about accepting things that you can't and working on things that you can. Goodbye, I'll see you next time.